Here is before. And here is after. So it just adds a little bit of resonance on the note A. If I were to pump this up all the way, that is the effect that we're going to be adding in context with everything. This video is part of a series, Filterverse from the ground up. If you have not seen the other videos in the series, consider checking them out. Let's go ahead and set this effect up from scratch. So first, I'm going to come in here. There are a variety of interesting resonance capabilities, but if you're looking to highlight a specific frequency and keep the bulk of your sound still there, strings is probably going to be the one you're going to want to grab. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this, and I'm going to bring the dry wet down to around 37%. And the reason for this is I still want that cool texture of the original instrument coming through. Next, I want it to resonate at the actual frequency that I want. So if you actually double click, you could type a value and you can actually type a note. So I'm going to choose to resonate at the note A4, and I hit enter, and it will just go to that particular spot. I'm going to bring the resonance up to say around 4 or 6. You know, it's up to your taste. Now, before we hear it, let's hear the before. All right, and here is the after so far. Pretty nice, just an extra little bit of resonance. Now we have a couple extra sliders here to mess with. The position and the timbre are going to be quite interesting in this particular case. So if you move the position, you can actually see the position on the resonator update to show you sort of visually where you are. So I'm going to move a little over to the side here. It's quite a bit stronger. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this. I like what that's doing. And then you have a timbre control. And if we go ahead and bring this up, you can sort of see we can adjust how the resonator works. You can sort of pick an interesting one. Yeah, these, if you modulate these, man, they can get interesting. Oh, you know what? I quite like that. So I'm going to go ahead and sit with this one. Now on the next module, I want to also add some reverb on it. And to do that, I'm going to come in and then go to the space module. So the space module has a couple interesting parameters, but we are again going to set our cutoff at the note A4. I'm going to bring my resonance up, which you can sort of think of as the reverb tail. That's how I tend to view it. And we are going to take our diffusion up. So let's go ahead and dial this back some. Don't forget to turn it on by clicking up here at the top. It didn't turn on for me. I thought if you switched your module, it would turn on, but I guess not. You have to choose to do that. Anyways, let's give it a listen. If we go for a very high resonance, like 10, yeah, that's what we have going on. Bring that back to something more reasonable. Yeah, it's kind of a nice thing. I might even bring this one down a little bit. And in fact, I'm going to do something a bit different than the original patch. It'd be kind of nice if these two were a bit separate. So I'm going to choose the parallel processing. So now 2 has its own in and out, and 1 has its own in and out, and they get mixed in at the end. And now we're going to want to gain stage it a little bit on both of these. Pick a prominent one. And that's the effect. It's really that simple. It can be really, really cool to highlight specific frequencies in the context of a busy mix. Here it is in context. I'm going to let it play out. Comes in twice. We'll go to the first major transition. Yeah, so kind of a fun piece. I'm working on it right now. It's not done. If you plan on picking up Filterverse, consider using my link down below. Subscribe and hit that bell icon for future videos, and have a blessed day.